Now, before we finish up this part of the afternoon, I need to ask you if you've heard of symbology. Good. You see, 10 years ago you would say, no, right? But it's so in our language now that we really know the symbolic language. So have any of you studied symbology or looked at archetypes or looked at any of those kind of energies? You have done, right? You heard of Carl Jung? Yeah? You've heard of his archetypal profiles and his archetypal energies? Okay. Very symbolic. Okay. It's just a really easy way to explain symbology, okay? An energetic, a universal energy pattern summed up in one word. A universal energy pattern summed up in one word. That is a symbolic word. Yes? Okay? No? A universal energy pattern summed up in one word. So, you've all used it. You use your symbology every minute of your life. So, have any of you got any family members who you would say would fit the bill as a king? You know, they're the head of the court. They are the leaders in the room. They are quite, regal in their way they hold themselves. They take charge. They manage the money. They look at they always have their queen next to them, and if you cross her and there's two queens in the queendom, one of their heads coming off, You've seen them. I mean, I just think of my nana and I think, my mum and the two of them in the same room together and the queens back off each other, and it's beautiful to watch the dance of this. But you've also got the clown, and they're popular, and they're the jester. The person who can come in and say the most profound thing to someone that nobody else would dare to say, yet they can do it, and they can put it in a way that can be taken in humour, and the person looks and goes, okay. But if you said it, they would want to, put your head in the guillotine type of thing. These energy patterns, symbolic energy patterns, and we sum them up in one word. So when Spirit are speaking to you, the first language they may use, is symbology. Because it takes a lot of words to describe a picture, but it takes 1 minute or a second to flash the picture in front of you. Right? If you were to look at a picture, you see all that information, but to describe that picture will then take you quite a bit of time to do, right? So picture form, or one word, is a way they can bring a whole message in, because it's got to be quick. Otherwise everyone's gone to sleep by the time you're finished. You don't want that. So if you were to see a key, I mean, if I ask Gail, what comes immediately to your mind if you have a key presented to you?
Open the door.
Open the door. Okay. And if I said it to you?
Unlocking.
You're unlocking what? Now, what I'm unlocking and what you're unlocking is going to be very different.
Yeah. Some people might say okay.
Yeah. Okay, so if I was to say that to you?
I'd say it's an opportunity.
An opportunity, okay. And you?
Freedom.
Freedom, okay.
Unlocking understanding.
Ah, okay, yeah. So you've got the door. And is the door open and closed already?
I think the door's opening.
Okay, right. But if you've got the key and you locked it, then you would be blocking yourself, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Right? And you have to open it. Okay, so that's just from a key. So,
Unlocking to a new opportunity.
okay, thank you.
That's all right.
Okay. So we've got a general theme. Our interpretation are all a bit different.
And the word we all use.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, it's a different word, but it's the same.
Very good. Yes. Yes. Ish. It's also an ish. And this is how Spirit works. So what that means to me is going to be different to you. It may have a general thread, but you've got to interpret it. Right? You interpret it. And it's going to be different for each person. So a key for you is going to be different if I was doing a reading and I've got the same key for you. Right? And how you give the message, that's the essence of it. Right? symbolic side makes it really easy. So when you go back out into your life, you start to look at everything like clocks, and you start to say, what does a clock mean to me? You know, what does a bridge mean to me? What does rain mean to me? What does the sun mean to me? What does all these different things, right? And then you start to look at it and you start to get your symbolic language, right? And that's a very important part of your development. And it's very simple, right? And that's the essence of your readings. And I also just very quickly, and then we're going to finish up, we're going to put the kettles on.
Yeah, it's plugged in.
Is it on?
No lights. It was powered up and it's...
I think it got too lights and they got turned off.
It might be thermostatically.
It might be, if we're lucky, but then again, it might not. It might just be we'll go straight into it and have a coffee after.
No, it's on. Oh, but it's dead cold.
Alright, so you need to press the button down.
Which one?
There. Hang on.
Right.
Yeah,
This one?
Yeah. So we will have coffee after.
Is there water in it?
Yeah,
There's
it's
water. Right, so we'll do the second half, right? We'll stand up. We'll
That's
take
how it's meant to be.
minutes, yeah, and we're meant to go straight into it. We trust, okay? After we've finished, we've got something to eat, and we'll have a cuppa. So I just wanted to touch on clairsentient, clairaudience, clairvoyance, clairsentient, clairaudient, clairvoyant. Hearing, seeing, sensing. Clairvoyant, sight. Clairaudient, hearing. Clairsentient, feeling. Alright? And you will use all manner of them. You will have one strength, and then you will have those that come in to support it. So you'll work out if you're going to be a seer, a hearer, a feeler, and if you're an empathic, good luck. So I don't want you being empathic, we're shutting that down, right? We're saying clairvoyance for you. We all agreed, right?
Yes.
But what we do is you learn how to manage it, and I've got some wonderful empathics, and they can take on your sore back, your gicky knee, your headache, they can take on your mood, and most of you will be empathic, and I'm guaranteeing this is resonating to you, that we're all empathic, because we're all sensitives.
And how do we get rid of it? Like,
Nerves of steel, darling, you just have to
so I've
learn.
got a sore back and I'm telling her that. How do I make it go away?
Well, I
from
tell
me?
them I don't want it. I didn't have it before I walked in the room. I'm not taking it home, so take it back. That's what I tell them. I'm straight. I'm straight when I say it. Right? If I didn't walk in the room with it, I'm not taking it home. And I feel the same with your loved ones. Right? If you can't accept them, that's fine. I'm not taking them home with me. Right? I'm
Elena's
leaving
eyes are open like, this one is the boss. They don't mess with her.
So
It's
do
true.
you have to say that very sternly?
Oh, I do.
Just in your head.
And I don't accept everything that's brought to me either. I question, I'm horrible. I question, and I tell them what I'm going to put up with. I am very, very clear. Because it's my life. I'm in service. Don't waste my time. If, you don't want to speak to me and I'm doing a reading, hello? That's wasting everyone's time. Get someone in who can, and that's how I will speak to them. Very bluntly, actually, and not rude, but
Assertive.
yes. And that's because I've learned if you take shilly-shally, wishy-washy rubbish, they'll peddle it out. If you tell them very clearly, I'm in service, I have a job to do, I take it seriously, I'm going to give the best messages I can with the best evidence. It's going to be clear. It's going to be concise. If I get names, I want names that are relative and that can be placed. And I am going to spend my time working with you, and that's what I expect. And if you bring that to me, this is just what my agreement was with them. I will show up and I will work tirelessly for you, and I will dedicate my life to this. And you might not want to do that, but I chose to do that. But you better meet me on that level, because if you don't, and I'm left standing there, I'm not doing it anymore. And that's it. And that's what I told them, and I was very clear about what I wanted. I didn't have to be rich, I don't want to be honest, I don't need any of that nonsense. Just show up and give me information that is useful and can be placed. Right? And then I will show up for you. And that's our agreement. So you can talk to Spirit like that, and that's what I would suggest you start doing. And being very clear.
Especially if they come in at the AMs and you just turn around and say, this is not appropriate now, talk to me in the morning. Push them back.
Because that's not appropriate.